Hello everyone, my name is Shubhendu Mani Tripathi and I have did my MSc from IIT Roorkee, and today I am going to teach you all a very basic concept of organic chemistry. Okay friends, the concept which I am going to teach you all is known as even elimination reaction. So friends, what is an even elimination reaction? Let's consider over here a substrate, say an alcohol. When it is treated with a sulfuric acid in aqueous medium at an elevated temperature, it gives us this product, that is an alkene. When the rate law of this reaction is observed, that is the rate of this reaction, it is found that it depends only upon the substrate, that is the alcohol, and not upon any other thing. So the molecularity of this reaction is what? The molecularity of this reaction is 1, and the reaction is depending only upon the substrate, and that too in the first order. So it is called elimination unimolecular or even reaction. Elimination unimolecular, that is even reaction. Okay, so how is this reaction actually happening? When we treat the alcohol with an acid, say for example here is the acid, so the lone pair of the alcohol, it accepts the proton of the acid and it forms the OH2 plus ion. OH, as you all know, is not a living group, but OH2 plus is a living group. So when OH2 plus leaves, there is formation of a carbocation, and it is the slowest step of this reaction. So the hydrogen of this carbocation is accepted by a water molecule, since water is a solvent, so it is plenty over there, and it leads to the formation of an alkene. So the net reaction could be written as H2SO4 in aqueous medium. Temperature must be high, as a high temperature favors the elimination reaction. So this is the overall mechanism of this reaction. Now let's consider another substrate. Consider this substrate, say a methyl again, and there is an OH group. Again, if we treat it with H2SO4 in aqueous medium at an elevated temperature, the product formed over here in this case is this one. So how is this product getting formed? When we give it an H plus, the OH of this OH would be accepting this H plus. So what will be formed first? There will be this one. So it is again a leaving group, so it will be getting leave, and there is formation of this carbocation now. As you all know, this carbocation is secondary, and a tertiary carbocation is more stable than a secondary carbocation. So there will be a methyl shift like this. It is also known as Wagner-Merwin shift. So it is a 1,2 methyl shift. So after this 1,2 methyl shift, this carbocation will rearrange to tertiary carbocation. And since here is a hydrogen, it will be taken by the water molecule, since water is again the solvent. So here it will be taken by water molecule, it will come over like this, and it will be the major product, as you all are seeing over in this reaction. Now let's take this reaction to another level. Sometimes what we are asked, that how many number of products are found in a particular reaction. In the above reaction also it would have been the question. So let's simplify it and take it a simple substrate. Say for example we are taking this substrate and we are asking the number of products formed when this alcohol is treated with sulfuric acid in aqueous medium at an elevated temperature. So what would have been the total number of products? Again, if we solve this, the H plus will be carried by this OH, and this OH will be thus turned into a leaving group, that is OH2 plus, and here there are two methyls, and when this OH2 plus, when it will leave, there will be a formation of this carbocation. Okay friends, now this carbocation will it now lead to an alkene after the elimination of a hydrogen. So let's see which neighboring carbon carries the hydrogen. Here there are two hydrogens, but here there are no hydrogens, as both are methyl group. So there will be cleavage of this hydrogen and it will lead to this alkene. But since again the above carbocation, it is a secondary carbocation and it could rearrange to a tertiary carbocation by 1,2 methyl shift. So 1,2 methyl shift will give us what? It will give us now a more stable tertiary carbocation. Any of the methyl, there are two methyls over here, one methyl, two methyl, so any of the methyl could migrate over here. And this carbocation, as it is not clear in the given picture, this carbocation is located on the neighboring carbon, that is on this carbon. So now what could happen? Now again let's see where are the hydrogens. There is a hydrogen over here, there is a hydrogen over here, and there is a hydrogen again over here. So what could be the product in this case? Each of the shown hydrogen could eliminate and there could be different products. Let's say for example this A hydrogen is getting eliminated. So if A hydrogen is getting eliminated, the product formed would be an exomethylene cyclohexene like this one. If this hydrogen B is getting eliminated, so let's consider B. This hydrogen B is getting eliminated, so here this would be the product. And if this hydrogen C is getting eliminated, then the product formed would be this one. So overall, how many products we are getting? We are getting a total of 4 products. So first of all, let's get back to our question. First of all, the question was the number of products. So the number of products, the answer would be what? The answer would be 4. Now let's consider all of those products. Those products are, as you all have seen, these are those 4 products. 1, 2, then 3, and then 4. So now the question is which one would be major in these. So as we all know, the maximum number of alpha hydrogens, the maximum would be the stability of the alkene. So how many alpha hydrogen does this alkene is having? There are 2 hydrogen over here and there are no hydrogen over this side. So there is only 2 alpha hydrogens. Similarly for this alkene, there are 2 hydrogens over here and there is a single hydrogen over here, as another one is methyl and as another one is methyl. So there is a total of 3 alpha hydrogen over here. When we come to over here, we are saying what? We are saying that 2 hydrogens are over here, then there are 3 hydrogens over here and 1 hydrogen over here. So 3 plus 2 5 and 5 plus 1, that is 6 alpha hydrogen are over here. And when we count for here, then 3, 3, 6, 6, 2, 8, 8, 2, 10. So 10 alpha hydrogen are over here. So it is the maximum, it has the maximum stability because the maximum number of alpha hydrogen. So this one is the major product of this reaction. I hope you all might be getting it. Okay. Now let's consider it and end it with a very simple reaction. Consider a very simple substrate. Butane 2-ol. When it is treated with again sulfuric acid in aqueous medium at an elevated temperature, we would be getting 2 products again. First one is this one, another one is this one. How it is happening? First of all, H plus will come and this H plus will obviously be taken by this OH, making OH a leaving group. It will leave and there will be formation of a carbocation, and from this carbocation there are 2 possibilities of hydrogen of getting out. If this hydrogen is getting out, we will be getting this product, say to be B, then B will be leading to this B, and say this cleavage to be A, then this A will be leading to this product. But we have to be cautious over here because it could have its geometrical isomer. As it is trans-butene, so its geometrical isomer is cis-butene. So let's count the alpha hydrogen. This one is having 2 alpha hydrogen. Over here 3 plus 3, that is 6 alpha hydrogen, and over here again 3 plus 3, again 6 alpha hydrogen. So who is more stable? As you all know, trans alkene is more stable than the cis alkene because in trans alkene there is even less steric hindrance. So what we can say? We can say that The transalkene in this reaction is the major. The cis-alkene would be minor, and but-1-ene that won't be formed, or it would be formed only in traces. Okay friend, that's all. I think that you all might have got what I am trying to say. Thank you very much.